Hey, sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. Today I'm doing something a little different. Look, I'm in my living room. I've got a little bit of a new setup for my mukbangs. Now that I'm kind of flying solo. My partner, fiance David, is away in Florida for a few weeks. Actually, more than a few weeks. He's gonna be away for 2 months and 2 weeks. I've got the living room all to myself, so I wanted to experiment a little bit with my whole setup. And also, today isn't a usual mukbang. It's actually a mukbang taste test. Have you guys ever heard of these? Solula, crispy plantain Tostones. Tostones are twice fried plantain chips. They're kettle chips. And this flavor is Caribbean lime. I've never tasted Caribbean lime. I love Solula. In fact, if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, formerly Twitter, now X, Instagram, and most importantly, my TikTok, you know that I've been doing some taste tests with Solula. In fact, they liked the TikTok that I made so much, they actually sent me a box with a couple of their other flavors. Let me make something very clear. They are not paying me to do any of these taste tests. They sent me these boxes as a thank you, and I said to them that I would taste test on video, whether it was TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, or X. I would taste some of the other flavors and give my opinion. So I've tasted their Pacific Sea Salt, which was the first one I did on TikTok, which I loved. And I recently on TikTok did a review of their roasted garlic. So I wanted to do kind of a mukbang taste test with the Caribbean lime. I have to admit I'm a little bit concerned because I really don't like a lot of lime flavored chips. I once tasted these lime chips from Lay's and I really liked them, but then as I started eating them over and over, I just started getting grossed out by them. So I'm not the biggest fan of lime flavored things, but I've never had Solula before, so let's give it a try. I love plátanos. Please, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Caribbean, of course I love plátanos. So I'm always looking for these plátano treats, and plátanos are becoming a very plantains. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, plátanos is Spanish for plantains. Plantains or plátanos are becoming a very kind of a growing superfood kind of snack alternative to potato chips. Like plátanos are appearing in a lot of different chips and snacks. So I've been talking a lot. Let me open this up. All right. Opened up Solula. Ooh, there's text on the back. The plantain snack with the taste of the tropics. These salty, savory, crispy, crunchy tostones. Again, tostones are twice fried plantain chips. Start with plantains from sun-drenched fields around the equator. We cook them, smash them, and then cook them again. That's why it's twice fried. So they're bigger, crunchier, and tastier than plain plantain chips. This is the snack plantain growing people create for their own crunching pleasure. Now we create it for yours. Enjoy. All right. Okay. Smells really good. Sofrito lovers. Smells very good. Let me get some on this plate. I'm just doing a plain chip tasting. Look. I'm not dipping them into anything. I want to taste what the plátano tastes like. Look, twice fried. These are very thin. Usually in my culture, we fry these and they're a lot thicker, and you eat them with any protein that you want. You eat them as a side with rice and beans. These are chips, so of course they're thinner. They're meant to be snack-like. Usually tostones are a lot thicker, and you're eating them as a side for a meal, or sometimes even the main side of the meal. Growing up, my mom would just fry up a whole bunch of tostones, fry up some chicken, and that was dinner. I have to admit, I'm not smelling the lime. I don't smell the lime. I do. Wait. Yeah, okay, I'm getting a little bit of the lime, but really what I smell is plátano. I'm smelling that starchy, earthy taste of a tostón. Tostones is plural, tostón is one. This is a tostón chip. Okay, enough with the Spanish lesson. Okay, some ASMR. I hope you're picking this up on the mic. I hope your brain is getting a big boner. The tingles. Okay. So, sofrito lovers. Solula is not paying me at all. I want to keep reiterating that. There's been no money exchange. I am not a brand ambassador. None of these things. They sent me a box of 3 flavors because they were thanking me for my TikTok review. I loved the Pacific sea salt. I love the roasted garlic. I kind of love the Caribbean lime. It's so good. The lime flavor is very subtle. Very subtle. It's there, but it's very subtle. What I get is the delicious fried plátano. Like I said, earthy, starchy. Well seasoned because there's salt there. But there's a hint of lime. A hint of lime. It's not overpowering. It's not meant to truly be the focus. They're not taking the focus off of the Tostone. So this is awesome. Sofrito lovers, this is really good. Solula's crushing it. Sofrito lovers, I'm enjoying this snack by myself. My fiance partner, David, is in Naples, Florida, in the middle of rehearsing for a play he's going to be in March. He gets back in mid to late April. I am flying solo. I am missing him like crazy. I'm missing him like crazy. David and I don't like to be apart from each other, but he's a musical theater actor and he's got to go wherever there's work. New York City may be the musical theater capital of the world, but there's not jobs for every single person. So sometimes people who live in New York, they have to go to other regional theaters in different states and different cities to make their livelihood. David has friends that are constantly on the move. You know, they come back to New York for a few weeks and then they head out for a few months to work in this theater. They come back to New York for a few weeks and they head out for a few months to this other theater. It's just part and parcel of the thing. And David has to get back into that. He's got to get back into working again. It's good for him as an artist. It's good for him as a worker. It's good for him as a person. I'm going to be visiting him most likely over the Easter break in March. There's going to be like a 3 or 4 day period of time where I'm going to be free to visit him. So I'm going to go and probably add on 1 or 2 extra days from work just so that we can see each other. I think by the time we see each other, it would have been already a month and maybe a week. Washing down everything with 0 sugar sun-kissed orange. Ooh. Wow. That citrus flavor with this citrus flavor, very interesting in my mouth. My palate is heavily being bombarded by citrus flavor. I have to admit it goes well together. You heard it from me first. Caribbean lime tostones, 0 sugar sun-kissed, flavor combo sensation. So David's down south. Already busy at work, rehearsing, getting fitted for costumes. For the life of me, I can never remember the damn name. Remember. For the life of me, I can never remember the name of the musical. He says it's a classic musical. It even inspired, I think, that film called You've Got Mail. It's like that movie was inspired by this musical. I will remember it one day. He's got a wonderful role. I believe he's also part of the ensemble. I could be wrong about the ensemble part, but he's got a wonderful role. He's been practicing his music. He was practicing his music for weeks before he went down there. David is like the consummate professional. Like, David knows he has to do these solos and sing these songs, so he learns them, he records himself, he practices, he rehearses on his own, and then when he gets down there and people are rehearsing for the first time ever and barely have touched the material, David knows his back and forth. It's he's my little overachiever. I'm flying solo, mi gente. So, Frito lovers, I am flying solo. I miss him. But, you know, he's got to do what he's got to do. And, you know, I make the comparisons with like army families. Like I'm an army wife. I've got to, you know, I got to deal with him being away. So it's not exactly the most fun experience to have him not be here, but I also recognize that he's got to go. I keep saying this over and over just to reinforce it in my head. He's got to be out of there. He's got to be out there. He's got to be doing what he's got to be doing. It is lonely, though. I miss him not being in the apartment. I miss him, especially when I get home from work and no one's here, because I was so used to coming home and seeing him and talking with him and spending time with him. So I'm drowning my sorrows in Caribbean lime Tostone chips. I like these. So smart the way they made them. Same thing. The roasted garlic. Wonderful garlic flavor. Again, not overpowering. It doesn't blow out your palate with garlic seasoning. The roasted garlic, also subtle. Also very pleasing to the palate. So, and the same thing with the Pacific sea salt. I like Solula. Again, not sponsored. Trust me, no one is paying me to say that I like this. Y'all should know me by now. If I didn't like it, I'd be like, this is trash. This is garbage. I'm not saying all of that because it tastes good. I like it. This is going to be a part of the snack repertoire in this apartment. David is not the biggest tostón fan. He doesn't like plátanos. He doesn't like plátanos in most shapes and sizes. I actually think his brother-in-law, his brother-in-law who's Cuban cooked for him some tostones, and he said he actually liked them. So maybe I need to make him some tostones, but in every other way that I've made him plátanos, he hasn't liked it. And growing up, when his mom made plátanos for him, he didn't like it. You know, David is Central American, South American. His mom never made tostones. His mom cooked with plátanos and put them like in stews and soups, which he didn't like. So when his brother-in-law made tostones, his brother-in-law is Cubano, Cuban. He really liked it. So, you know, I haven't made him tostones because I don't like to super fry a lot of foods here, because sometimes I think we eat enough fried meat. I'm like, we don't need fried carbs. We're eating fried meat. But I think when he gets back, I'll have him taste these, see if he likes it, maybe make my own tostones. All right, so Frito lovers, just touching base with you guys, sharing a good snack. I had a feeling I was gonna like it, but I was also a little dubious because, again, how I feel about the lime flavoring. But pleasant surprise. I love it. I love it. I'm a big tostón head. I love plátano, so. Though I have to admit, I had a couple of plátano-based snacks from other companies, which I won't mention here, that were trash. Trash, trash, trash. So I was actually happy to find Solula. You know, hope springs eternal. All right. Mira, sofrito lovers, I'm going to watch the news right now. Enjoy the rest of what's on this plate. Put this away into the refrigerator. And wash it all down with my zero sugar Sunkist. Leave me comments below. Do you like this new setup? This is my living room. Sitting here at a coffee table. Do you like this new setup? Because I might be mukbanging for a while in this setup. Usually I would never do it here because David and I share the living room. And the living room is the living room, but it's also David's workspace. So that's why filming in the bedroom is so much easier. Because the bedroom is also my workspace. The living room we share, you know, we both share the bedroom and the living room, but we also recognize that the living room is his office and the bedroom is still mine. So, but he's going to be away. Maybe this will be the new spot for me to do mukbangs. You let me know below in the comments whether you like it or not. All right, so frito lovers, mira. Some final chewing. I hope you can hear it. Brain boners. Tingles. So, frito lovers, go out there, go taste for yourself, go have some culinary adventures. Como siempre, mucho, mucho, mucho amor.